I'm fire host testing tomorrow, Dave. You want to help?
And we're live.
Hello.
I'm going golfing tomorrow.
We're talking about
Hello.
fire hose testing.
Oh, very exciting.
I'm not
Dave's going golfing tomorrow. We got
work.
priorities here.
I took off work to come down here.
Hey, do you want to go to work when you're not on work?
no.
Because Kevin does.
You're just going to help me.
Kevin's just thinking
Not
about
just-
work.
It's free. It's free labor.
Kevin's really sweetening the pot with you get to hang out with me.
While you lunch.
Our
and
lives.
Oh, we
I
are
love
live.
to see Kevin in his element at work, just loving life like a dog hanging his head out the window. in the car.
I can confirm our picture looks a lot better. Hopefully,
Nice.
some people can also chime in. It definitely looks better.
I'm trying to confirm.
awesome.
I'm trying to decide if you're going to steal my song or not. Oh, I didn't even see that you had your notes up there.
Dave's stealing Eric's notes.
right here. Don't steal mine.
All
Don't
right.
steal Eric's
Okay,
notes.
it's not the It's not the one.
We're
that
good. We're
Oh,
good.
Eric. Hey, Dave.
It's not
Right.
who I
Spoilers.
thought you were just gonna be.
All right. Well,
There's nobody
welcome
on
to
yet.
Movie Podium, everybody.
Hello.
Hold on.
We're a weekly podcast where we collectively choose a movie to watch, and at the end of the week,
But for movies.
we get together and talk about it. It's like kind of like a book club.
But for movies.
But
But
for
for
movies.
movies.
We also came up with a set
But
of
for
questions
movies.
to ask ourselves, such
Yeah.
as, is this a top 3 in the year of its respective release? I'm your host, Matt Scott, and I'm here with my dudes.
What's up, Matt?
Got Eric and Dave are together.
I'm Eric.
I'm Dave.
Not together. You could hold hands.
What's up, Eric and Dave?
I mean, not
Hi.
Chris. Do what you want.
That's right. Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hey, hello, John.
And with Kevin.
Hey, that's me. Oh, so short.
And this week's film is one of our childhood favorites. And it's also one of Steven Spielberg's produced and helped write with. And without further ado, we present our next movie.
The Goonies.
It's a little loud.
Sorry.
No, it hit good.
Hope you're all, have your
You guys
headphones
awake?
in.
Yeah.
They are
Hello.
now.
All right. Well, cheers, guys.
Hey,
Cheers. Oh, that means I need to.
Nice. Let's see.
Yes.
Eric looks confused.
Oh no.
Daniel is in the chat, but it's not showing up on my comment section. So Eric is confused.
Hello,
StreamYard
Daniel.
won't be able to show. Oh, when it's streaming to a custom destination, StreamYard won't be able to show viewer
Oh,
comments.
Yeah, let's just.
Custom.
Why are we? Let's not give them behind the scenes
Yeah,
stuff here.
We'll figure this out. We're on a new one here.
Well, how many
How
people
good
are
to
on
test? How good to test the new
Yeah.
new software with a live stream?
here? Well, that's the whole. Well, yeah, but
No, I'm just kidding.
um,
Nobody cares.
True.
Okay,
Actually-
Matt.
Actually, Cody will probably care
Yeah.
and critique it,
Yeah.
and then you'll get upset.
He'll tell us how we're doing it wrong.
Do we want to just stay in this or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could just close out and.
No.
Are you
stream
talking
to
about
anywhere.
jumping in the other app at this point?
No.
No,
we're
no,
not
no,
doing
no.
that.
Oh,
No, I'm saying just go to change the stream to YouTube so we can have the comment
No.
highlights.
We're just
Okay.
doing this.
That's fine.
We're doing
All
this.
right.
Do it
That's
live.
fine.
We'll do it
Hey, we are
live.
live. All right, fine.
Why not?
What John said.
Oh, okay. So now, all right. Hey, John. Hey, Daniel. What's up?
Hello, Dan.
Can't post
DK.
comments. That's bullshit. All right. Let's see. All right. Before we get into the episode, we got to thank everyone for checking out our our new live episode.
Our
And
new
all our
old
pa-
live episode.
Yeah,
The old
exactly.
Nick Live
Oh,
episode.
not this episode?
No, the other live.
Okay.
And we also like to thank all our Patreon supporters who have been following us on our podcast journey.
Praise up.
Dankeschön.
Right.
Deadly.
Yeah,
Thank you.
If you haven't checked it out, join our Patreon where you can, get some casting credits and have access to our private Discord. We got to get on there and play some Rocket League or something soon.
I need to play
Yeah.
that. It's been like a year since I played that game.
Oh, Mario Party, maybe?
Mm.
Ooh. Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, Mario Party would be good. Or Super Smash, yeah. Also, if you haven't checked out our website, the movie Podium.net, go do that and get yourself a koozie.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
shit.
I got to get mine out.
Mine.
Mine's upstairs. My bad.
It's nice and cold.
Mm, cold.
All right,
down,
no self-plugging. Yeah, what, John?
goes down smooth.
Oh, yeah. All right, enough self-plugging. Let's get into this week's Spiel Timber film.
Spiel Timber. Without further ado, we present our next movie.
Yeah.
Didn't we already do that?
Yeah.
And without further ado, here's some more ado.
Without further, it's like a book club, but for movies.
But for movies, Eric.
But for
Are we
movies.
live yet?
Well, we chose this movie because of our nostalgia for the film, obviously. And while it's not listed as one of Spielberg's directed films, he did have a pretty big hand in this movie and even directed some specific scenes. He was one of the ones that came up with the idea of the movie. He was on set of The Color Purple, and it was a rainy day, and he was thinking to himself, what do kids do on rainy days? Go on adventures and maybe look for a treasure? He then got with his co-writer, Christopher Columbus, and
Or Chris.
yeah, who's from Youngstown, Ohio, by the way,
Hey,
and
what the hell, Youngstown?
director. Yeah, that's right. And
Christopher Columbus?
director- Yeah,
Represent.
Christopher Columbus.
Nice. He sailed the ocean to Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah. He lived a long and full life.
In Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah. You might have heard of a town named after him.
There's only a few. Oh, thanks, Mike. Mike Corbett's not Matt's first beer. That is correct.
They're changing them all to Flavor Town.
Oh yeah, I'm in favor. I'm for against
So
in
back
flavor.
to my story.
Yes.
So he got with Christopher Columbus and director Richard Donner to hash out the nuts and bolts of the film before ultimately giving up the reins to Donner. He helped with casting. The first person he casted was from another movie of his, Temple of Doom, which of course would be Short Round or Jonathan K. Kwan. So Spielberg helped cast, he co-wrote, produced, and as Sean Astin described it, him and Donner basically co-directed it. And if he's not listed as the director, it's still one of his most prized movies.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, one of the scenes that he did help direct was during the wishing well scene, and he had Corey Feldman do his speech. That was directed by Spielberg. So there are scenes where he actually was directing, even though he's not listed.
He wanted to see him get wet.
God damn it. He's right here now. So we're just bickering in person now.
Yeah.
Shut up, Dave.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus did Harry Potter. He also did Home Alone.
He also discovered Youngstown, Ohio.
Mhm. In 1492.
Yep.
Sailed all the way to Youngstown.
Oh my God.
This is stupid. I'm sorry for this.
Okay. Ready for some random ass facts?
Please.
Yes, sir.
I like
All
that
right.
head pause.
All right. First one. It's got a 7.7 on IMDb.
What?
What
A
is
Thor
that?
0.7.
Ooh,
4.7. Pretty
that's
good.
a good score. That's a decent score.
Too
Yeah,
bad.
definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I'd take a Thor 0.7.
Impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well,
4.7 or not, it's a 9
yeah.
A
If
what-
we're
a what
we're
is that,
rating it
Dave?
for sure.
or a
Thor
Thor.
Yeah,
and
that's
two.
just the
4 plus
IMDb
2?
rating. That's not the audience of the movie Podium
A
rating.
Thor and 2.
Right.
Thor and 2.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid. Wait, what would an 8.0 be? Thor
Thor and
plus
1.
1.
Thor
Yeah,
and
Thor and
one.
one.
Okay.
So John thinks Thor and 1. All right. Well, I watched the behind the scenes on the DVD. There was some pretty cool stuff on there. One cool fact was the first time the kids see the big pirate ship was the shot actually in the movie. So they had not seen it. They were blindfolded. They took off the blindfold, turned around, and the shot they had was their real reaction.
That's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also the water slide was real. And the crew would sneak in after filming and ride the slide.
It
Yeah,
sounds
I'm-
like that
I'm
was
not
a really
surprised.
bad-
What
sounds
a
like it was a really
what a
badass set.
convenient water slide that was, just underground.
Right?
It was just a well-worn cave from all the pirates going down it multiple times.
Yeah.
Just
They had to
a
have fun
tubular
somehow.
intrusion of soft rock had worn out.
They had to wear out that slide somehow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right, so as you can probably guess, Sloth was played by a former defensive lineman in the NFL, John Matuszek. He won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders, and early on in the film, you can actually see him wearing a Raiders shirt as a nod. He was 6'7", 300 pounds, and died at the age of 38, 4 years after this movie came out, of heart
Damn.
failure.
So he lived hard.
And
That's-
what was the release year of this movie again?
1985.
85.
That was a fun fact.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is
I mean,
That's
all
Baby
that
Ruth.
stuff was cool except him dying at
That
30.
baby
mean-
Ruth. That baby Ruth
Or-
did him in.
Baby Ruth did a minute.
hey, these
all
are
that
random,
many-
not fun.
Baby Ruth.
I'm sure you guys caught this, but there's a direct reference to Gremlins in this. When
Mhm.
Chunk is on the phone with the police officer and he recalls one of Chunk's stories saying, little creatures that multiply when you pour water on them. There's a
Yes.
ton of ties, obviously, to this movie and Gremlins, including Spielberg producing both of them. Columbus wrote both movies, and Corey Feldman was in both movies.
Yeah.
So technically, they're
forgot
in the
he was
same
in that.
universe.
Speaking of Corey Feldman, have you guys seen this like new thing that he's doing where he has a rock band?
Yeah.
It's
I don't think so.
it's awful. Like
So it's
amazingly
bad.
awful. It's
Really?
real good. Like it's so bad to the point that it's like it's a comedy show essentially.
Mhm.
It's if you think of it as a comedy show, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's so good. I've wondered if it's on purpose and he's just nailing the mark.
I want to believe that he's just nailing it.
All right, next fact we got. There's one line that always threw me off as a kid, and it was the line from Data at the end where he says, "The octopus was very scary." I always assumed that was just him being a kid and making that stuff up. Well, in the behind the scenes documentary, there was a deleted scene where Steph and Mouth get attacked by a giant octopus for real.
What the hell?
It's not a great scene, and I can see why they cut it. But it's weird that he somehow,
They kept the reference to it.
yeah, they kept the reference to it. Real weird.
Maybe
it
just
on-
to do that, like
Yeah.
leave it as. Wait, I don't
Maybe,
remember
yeah.
seeing. Like, was it all a figment of their imagination?
Ooh.
Is
Yeah.
it like a bonus feature?
mean, I
in-
assume
on
that's what it
DVDs
was.
and
It
things?
could have just been a little bit of a hassle to cut it out. And they're like, whatever. Leave it in.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird, but maybe he didn't even realize it.
Because it's
And
like a
caught
scene where
after.
they're all like clamoring and they're all saying what happened. So I figured they might as well just, let it be part of the ruckus of them being like, you'll never believe what happened to us.
Right. All right. Last fact. Ready?
Oh yeah.
There is a Goonies Day
Yes.
in Astoria, Oregon, where most of this movie is shot. Now it's shot in two spots. Astoria for most of it, and then the end scene where they're on the beach is in Cannon Beach, which Kelly and I have been to. Well, in Astoria, there's multiple movies that have been shot there, including Short Circuit, Turtles or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
And a bunch of other ones as well. Goonies Day is on June 7th, and next year will be the 40th anniversary on June 7th. Apparently, they have like a big party. There's tours of the location. There's a cast reunion sometimes. And they even try to do the largest truffle shuffle. Maybe one day we'll attend.
Yep.
I mean, the 40th
Well,
year.
We got to
Well,
go on that
jumps
day.
or
We
what?
can't just go any day.
No, wouldn't it be awesome to be there for Goonies Day?
Julie and I went there, and it was definitely not on Goonies Day, but it was in the summer, and that place was absolutely packed.
Really?
Yeah. Like cars lined up down the street, like you had to park a long way away just to walk to the beach because everyone was there.
That's crazy.
The beach?
The beach.
The beach. All right. Ready for the questions?
No. Yes. I'm just kidding.
Nope.
Anybody else have any facts, I guess?
No.
Have I ever had a fact?
Sometimes Dave or Kevin.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
All right. First
Kevin,
question.
did you watch the Goonies?
I did watch the Goonies.
Okay, that's good.
I did not watch Close Encounters.
Did you need to watch the Goonies? I really didn't need to watch this movie, but I did watch it again because I love this movie.
Yeah, it was an easy watch. I mean, makes sense.
It was on TV the other night.
Ooh.
Oh,
I was
nice.
just able
Nice.
to, I was just able to catch it on TV.
Oh,
That's
nice.
convenient.
Convenient. Yeah.
Oh, commercials though.
Meant to be.
Eh. All right. First category. Favorite thing about the movie. Ah, there
Oh,
we go.
look at that.
Ooh.
Fancy.
That's crazy.
Fancy.
Yep.
For all the
Mm.
audio listeners, we just put up a
Slightly.
title that said favorite thing about the movie in text. And that's all it takes to impress these dummies.
We got a lower third.
The video text will impress the audio listeners.
Are those words?
Oh, yeah.
Are they supposed to mean something?
I don't know what it says.
You're
I can't
scaring
read.
John.
All right. Let's go to John. What's your favorite thing?
Favorite thing, underdogs on an adventure. I know that's a pretty broad thing, but I think the whole vibe of the movie is like, last day together, Hail Mary. It turns out it's the most fantastic thing you could ever think to happen when you run out of your house on your last day in the house. And it's just a ridiculous, underdog victory too, that they find treasure and save themselves from getting foreclosed on. It's just fun, amazing adventure.
Yeah, absolutely. Kevin?
Mine is kind of a random one where I like their realistic conversations that kids have when parents aren't around.
Yeah.
It's just every parent should know that your kids don't talk the way you want them to talk when you're not around. At least with
Yeah,
all of us. I know I didn't.
I mean, I agree. It's very candid, right? Like the way they talk and the reactions they have was very natural.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it felt real. That's one of my favorite things as well. Eric, what about you?
I said that it was just awesome, and it reminds me of us as kids watching it like over and over again in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. This movie was watched quite a bit. Dave, what
For
about
sure.
you?
It's a great adventure story, and the fact that it's just a bunch of kids and it happened to take place, and for us to see it as kids, I think had a big effect on all of us, because it was just a perfect adventure movie that you would love getting into with your friends. Like, could you imagine something like that happening, like running into that? So, but it now as an adult, it's just a great story and a great movie. It doesn't slow down. It keeps you moving,
Yep.
and it's a good payoff in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost 2 hours, and it definitely does not feel like 2 hours.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
There's so many scene changes. Like, there's all the different locations. Like, it just makes it feel like a fresh movie from that point. Like, you're starting at the house, and then you get to the you're running down the road, and then you're at the abandoned restaurant, and then you're down in the cave. Like, it just flowed perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just sort of to tie maybe Kevin and Dave's points together about how relatable the kids are. And then I think as you grow up, you sort of remember your kid self. And I think all of us are, I guess hitting on that nostalgia
Oh,
of
definitely.
how well this sort of put you in the like mind of a kid or portrayed that perspective.
Right. Daniel said that he can't hear Kevin,
Yeah, Kevin, turn your
Sorry.
mic up a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
which we can hear him.
All the
so
way up.
Yeah.
turn it to 11.
I
It must
I
be all
boosted it a
the
little
beer
bit.
in his mouth. It's got to be it.
Put a beer? I'll put a beer in my mouth.
We know.
All right. So my favorite thing, and it was, I mean, all of what you guys said, it's really hard to narrow it down just because this is one of my favorite movies as well.
Okay, Matt. Why don't you get your own answer? Okay, Matt.
Well, I ended up saying it was one of the most entertaining movies of the 80s, and for me of all time. It's funny, it's compelling, it's rebellious. I mean, Goonies never say die. And it's appealing for adults and kids alike, right? We can still relate to it now, but when we were kids, we obviously related to the kids, and now we still don't want to grow up. Obviously, most of us don't want to grow up. And so now it's enjoyable as adults as well.
I actually refuse to grow up.
I won't do it.
I don't
won't
want
do
to.
it.
I'll always be a Toys R Us kid.
They are
Um,
bankrupt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't even care if they don't exist anymore.
I will carry on.
Still going to that same location, damn it.
I don't care if it's a
It's
Big
a-
Lots now.
I would say it's a big
Which is
loss.
also bankrupt.
The Chinese place isn't even there anymore.
It's also
Wow.
right next to
On a
Red Lobster.
Local location.
No shit.
Yeah. We don't
Well-
want to talk about Red Lobster.
This town's really
Oh my
crazy.
god. So I watched a short of the making of the film with Richard Donner, and on the bonus feature on the DVD that I was talking about, and he actually mentions that he didn't want the adults in the movie very long. Like, he wanted to film the kids. He thought they were the highlight of the movie. He didn't really care to film the adults, so that's why they're not in there very much. So I think that no moment, as Dave said, is too long in this movie. It's really quick, really fast paced, and it's definitely not boring. It's easily one of the most rite of passage movies of all time. I mean, my grandpa showed it to me, and I showed it to my kids, and now it's one of their favorite movies. And with that, I have a top 5.
Oh,
Oh, dang. Is that
That's
Rammstein?
rockin'-
Rammstein?
no, it's not.
No, we
I
don't have the
wish
rights to
Zombie
Rammstein.
that sounds like Rammstein.
Ooh. Du hast.
Du hast.
So my top 5
Is this the
is
music
top
video?
5. Yeah.
What's your top 5, Matt?
My top 5 is top 5 rite of passages movies. So
Ooh,
I looked up.
getting pretty specific here.
I know. I googled rite of passage movie just so I can
So it's
define it.
Google's it's the computer's
No.
favorite.
Oh yeah. I did not let the Google choose my movies, but I needed to make it so I could define it.
You gotta collaborate.
Yeah, I
with
mean
the
it's part of the
computer.
know?
algorithm.
Right.
It's Matt's
So
list.
Yeah, that's true.
so a
Reach
film.
out to
Quit
another
yelling
server.
at him.
All right. So, Rite of Passage movie is a film that focuses on the transition of a character, often a young protagonist, from one phase of life to another. So, my number 5, The Breakfast Club.
Oh yeah,
Okay, yeah.
definitely.
Number
roll.
4,
Dave says, "Man, this is his list, Dave."
I know.
Oh,
my list.
I get
Just
it.
wait, it gets better.
I don't have to like it.
It's a 5
Yeah,
to
it's-
1.
We're at 5 here.
Yeah, come on. My number 4 is Animal House.
Okay.
My number
Not one
3
I've seen a whole lot.
We
is
need
Dazed and
fanfare.
Confused.
What?
We need fanfare. So like he says and
And
then
then
We were
don't
destroying.
like him
Matt's
just
list.
saying
I
it.
agree
and
with
then us being
I
like,
agree with Daniel.
"Nah,
What did Daniel say?
Guys, stop talking
Matt."
over me. I
Yeah,
am trying to give my list.
yeah. And number 3 is actually good.
My number 3 is Dazed and Confused.
All right.
That's a big difference.
My number 2 is The Goonies.
All right.
Nice.
Well, what's number
What's
one?
number one?
My number 1 is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh,
While The Goonies
okay.
is more of my favorite,
Yeah.
I just think of a rite of passage and him growing up and as a kid, that's like the rite of passage movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that when we were watching this movie because of our podium later.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ferris Bueller was definitely in my mind
Yeah.
just
for
while
sure.
watching this.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it hits all the beats, but so does The Goonies. And I thought, yeah, some of the other ones. All right. Next category. Least favorite thing about the movie.
yeah, let's take a step back. I like Matt's list. Let's applaud Matt's list.
Yeah, I don't have any sound clips for applauding anymore right now, but I'll put them in next time.
I did
Matt, what's
leave.
your least favorite thing?
Yeah, well, my least
Oh,
favorite.
sorry.
I did leave Stand By Me and some of the other ones. I think Stand By Me is okay, but kind of boring.
I think
my
you're
least-
okay, but kind of boring.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
Sorry.
that's pretty true.
I'm just talking over you. Daniel's gonna get mad at me.
Maybe Daniel should have been here.
No can do.
he still can. I sent an invite. My least favorite movie, or my least favorite thing about the movie, and I think there's some clear plot holes, but I won't get into those. I said my least favorite thing is when they're walking the plank and Brand shoves Mama Fratelli aside and just jumps in. Why didn't he fucking shove her? Like, he could have just shoved her in. Guarantee he can swim better than she can.
Yeah.
And what bothers me the most is that kids didn't wind up with One-Eyed Willie's treasure. Like,
Yeah.
more of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 So why didn't they shove her, grab more treasure,
Just show 'em.
and get away?
Yeah.
It blows my mind that all they got was what they came up with in that fanny pack at the end. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Was that your was that your Spanish?
Like, how did somebody not put some in their shoe, their sock? Like, if you're
Yeah,
just
that'd be very
grabbing and grabbing, I
uncomfortable,
put
Matt.
it
Oh,
yeah.
Corey Feldman tried to eat it.
So apparently one of the reasons they called him Mouth was because he could fit a lot of stuff in his mouth. So maybe
but
Jordan and I
that's
should be.
I thought it was
called
because
Mouth.
I thought it was because he was a smart mouth.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well,
it's
apparently
twofold.
it's both. Yeah, apparently
Yeah.
he could
Yeah, he
fit
was
a lot
mouthy.
in his mouth.
I'm gonna
So not-
piggyback on Matt's, and I just said
Yep.
my least favorite thing was why the fuck did nobody go get a boat and chase the ship that doesn't have any crew with the treasure on it? Like, it's not going anywhere.
It's got a skeleton
Well,
crew.
I mean, it was, but
But,
Skeleton crew. Oh,
but like seriously, it's just floating away. It doesn't have any like engine or anything like that. You could go rent a boat and go get the treasure. Why
So-
didn't they do that?
I was thinking that, but maybe they did, and we just didn't see it. Maybe on the Goonies sequel, they
true.
went and chased the boat.
Ooh,
I don't
Goonies 2, Electric Boogaloo.
On the boat.
Goonies 2. Goonies 2 on the boat. It's like Speed 2.
Dave, what was your least favorite thing?
The same kind of thing, just the various plot holes through the movie, like just where things just kind of didn't really make sense. You're gonna look at that fucking restaurant and tell me that you think it's still open, guys? I mean, come on.
There's
I know.
absolutely no signage.
There's
outside.
no signage. The open sign that is there is just fucking swirling in the air. There's one car there. Oh, there's people there. It must still be open.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
and why didn't the cops keep chasing the Fratellis? Like, it just kind of magically got away for
They got
a whole
away.
weekend.
I don't care who you are. If you go flying off of a cliff the way Bran did on that bike after
yeah.
getting towed by the
Yeah.
car, you're done. You're done for.
Yeah.
Is
It's-
that what
yeah.
they showed the
Why-
speedometer? It gets up to like 45 or something. Like that.
And he
Like,
just goes ramping off the fucking side of the cliff.
and he just shows up again out of nowhere.
I'll
He
just
doesn't
kidding, I
even
didn't
like
die.
say nothing.
Yeah, no dirt, no nothing. His clothes aren't even fucked up.
He's like,
And-
"Ooh."
Why did he keep pedaling?
Well,
Why
remember, some of
just
those
didn't-
bikes, some of the bikes back in the day, you pedal backwards and it was a brake.
Yeah.
Oh, that
So
was
you had to
awesome.
keep
So you
pedaling.
had
Yeah,
to
the
keep
pedals
pedaling.
had
So I
to
was,
go
so I
Ah.
think it
Yeah.
was he kept
Oh,
he had to
that's
keep
right.
going until the chain broke, and
Oh
then
my
he was
God.
able to
Yeah.
just go.
Yeah, and it
Now
was a
you get
kid
your
bike
ankles
that he stole,
all messed
too.
up.
Or you have to put your feet up on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, which he's already
That's what I assumed
riding in the
he was
fetal
going to do.
position.
Yeah.
Right. I thought that's what he would do, but they didn't do that. John, what was your least favorite?
Yeah, there were some silly parts like when they're in the restaurant and like clearly everyone understands that this is not really an operating restaurant. None of the kids do. The adults all know the jig is up, yet they still go on with the charade for a while before they run out and then somehow decide to go back in. I guess,
It was
Like-
the fish head.
Up on their last adventure together. Or where he shoots a bullet and starts a fire with it. Like he just shoots a bullet and ignites it. But my main dislike that I called out is some of the content was pushing PG for me.
Oh,
It-
Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Is he gonna? Are you about to come in mad?
Movie is mid.
What is that hair?
Crash
Oh my
the
gosh.
crash the podium.
Also,
Love it.
why wasn't I able to like approve him to come in? It
He
doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
he did
He
just
has
sneak in there.
powers.
Yeah.
He said the
Hello,
link.
Daniel.
I did put him in here.
Okay.
It didn't-
Okay.
It didn't,
didn't
say
pop up on our
waiting
screen.
though. No, it didn't say waiting like it
Oh.
did before. But I did.
Come on,
add
Daniel.
him.
You're welcome.
I don't really have anything to add. Dave just told me to get in here, so I got in here.
Yeah.
Love it.
Get in here.
Love
Get
it.
in.
Work uniform and all.
What's your least favorite thing, Kevin?
This might be a little controversial,
Uh-oh.
but I do
Uh-oh.
not like the soundtrack of this movie. All the 80s songs
Aw.
in this are
You.
pieces of crap.
You.
Nothing is memorable in this soundtrack that there's a handful. Not even a handful, a couple.
How dare
But
you?
they're not the 80s songs that they put in here.
Mm.
Dare you? There was an
Well,
80s song
they're so
made for
bad.
this movie.
Yeah.
right.
Made for this movie. How
They're
dare
bad.
you?
I'm gonna tepidly
Hello, Daniel.
disagree.
Yeah.
What other movies in the 80s had songs made for them? Ghostbusters?
Never
Never
ending
Ending
story.
Story.
Are those the
Uh,
only
others-
other two?
Batman.
Batman?
Batman. Oh, but we know how bad
All right,
that was.
there's a lot more than I thought. Okay.
Um,
Back
I'll
to the
take
Future.
back my I'm
Back
taking
in
back my
time.
argument. I'm walking it back. I'm walking
But
it back.
what Dave is saying,
Back
it's
to
in
the
good
Future
company.
too. Power of Love and
And
Back.
back in time.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
all the Bond themes were made for in the 80s. Those
my
themes
God.
suck.
All right.
I didn't want to go
yeah,
down this rabbit hole.
but
Kevin, shut
I'm
up.
just-
Who
What-
hasn't gone
what
with
did
their
you
least
do?
favorite
I-
thing?
I
I
don't
think
like
it
the eight-
is
I don't
correct.
like
Daniel,
Ace
what's your
Sunday.
least favorite thing about this movie?
Uh, I think it's super overrated.
I got you.
Fuck you. Okay, next question.
Hey, I like the heel heat here. Let's just bring it.
Why is it overrated?
Daniel, and I
Okay, so
unite.
before we go to the next category, Kevin, I'll let you have the soundtrack, but do you like the score? Because I love the score in terms of like the
Kevin hates the
magical sounds.
Yeah, the score's not
And-
bad. It's the songs,
It's the
like,
soundtracks.
the soundtrack that was put
Okay,
in.
bye, Daniel.
He's just going to leave it open. But the soundtrack from the actual songs from the 80s,
Wow.
not the score for the movie.
Oh, he did leave.
No, I did that.
Eric
Oh.
just minimized it.
Yeah,
That's
I
hilarious.
Let him.
Yeah,
I
it's
was gonna
not-
say Karate Kid. Oh,
Hey,
I needed a
Windians.
hat.
that's a hat.
Hold on.
Windians.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Windians beat the Reds, from what
Windians.
I understand. John's,
John's leaving. Why the fuck is
Hello,
somebody
John.
leaving?
bye, John. All
What
right,
is
next category.
Podcast.
What is
This-
the next
we are
category?
we are off the rails.
We are really
love
on the rails.
We're doing
right.
well here.
Who won the movie? Oh, we've got a fellow Indian. All right, Daniel, who won the movie?
Sean Astin.
Yeah,
Amen.
Which one is that?
Are you
Mikey.
I can't remember.
Mikey? It's Mikey.
Mikey,
Okay,
the
I
main
can't. I
character.
for the life of me, I cannot put the actors' names with any of
Samwise.
these guys.
I'm with you, Dave.
Yes, I got you.
The dude
Any-
from Stranger
Do you
Things.
want to lay it down, Daniel? Right.
He went on to be Samwise Gamgee, man.
Mhm.
This, got his name in Hollywood, and then he went on to do some stupid football movie, and then he got to do the
Hey,
greatest
now.
trilogy in all of cinema.
Potatoes.
National Treasure.
That's not a trilogy. That's only
Oh,
two.
I thought you made National
No.
Treasure 3.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good answer.
You know it's
and
coming.
Matt's
He's
gonna steal
also
the
the-
Declaration of Independence.
he also, was the leader of the Goonies, and so that helps too.
Hero of the movie.
Yeah.
He is. John, who won the movie for you?
That was my pick. Same reasons
Nice.
you and Daniel said. Hero of the movie.
Yep.
It's not to get into it prematurely, but one of his top movies. And he did it as a kid.
Yeah, he's great in
Yeah.
this. I think they all do a good job. This
Mhm.
is another example of a really good acting, kind of like E.T. I mean, maybe Spielberg was able to bring it out, or with casting, maybe he found the right guys, like Short Round and Indiana Jones. I mean, he nails the role, and obviously it's the same guy in this, but yeah, I think Spielberg had an eye for childhood or child actors, like Drew Barrymore. I mean, she was like 7, right? And look at her now. So I agree. That's a good answer, John. Kevin, what about you?
I put Sloth won the movie because
Yeah.
he was hidden
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
and he escaped the terrible life that he was imprisoned in.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah.
true.
And he was kind of a hero in this movie also. Like he
Absolutely.
saved
Yeah.
the day.
Not kind of.
Yeah, he does save the day. That end is amazing, right? When he's with Chunk, and he's like, Chunk's like,
They come down the sail.
Yeah.
"You're
So
gonna
good.
live with me now.
I'm gonna take care of you.
I love you."
That was my backup for favorite thing was
You're
Sloth
gonna
and
live-
Chunk.
Oh my god, you're gonna live with me now. Oh, that kills me.
Baby Ruth.
You've got a new big brother.
Yeah, right. He's only 6'7", 300 pounds. Dave, what was who won the movie for you?
Who do I want to say? I mean, you could say Josh Brolin might have had a better movie career after this than Sean
Mhm.
Astin did, but
Sure.
I don't know. There's a lot of good actors in this movie. But yeah, I'll give it to Sean Astin.
Nice. Eric?
I said the Goonies, just in general. Maybe
whole crew.
specifically Mikey's dad, because they didn't have to foreclose on their house for whatever reason. I don't know why they were forced into that. I don't know why if they foreclosed, they had to tear the house down.
Well, their maid was able to appraise those jewels just by looking at them, and she knew exactly just by looking at them. Don't sign the deed. Don't sign it.
Don't sign it.
Don't sign.
Yeah.
She would definitely alert her temporary employers that she has very valuable jewels and not just keep her mouth shut and go, profit
These are
off
my
the
jewels.
Well, remember,
Especially after they scared her half to death.
I was gonna
with all
say-
those drugs and sex dungeon stories.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why, because she was scared, right? That's what I was.
Ah.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe.
I said kids won the movies, as generic as that is, in the movie and outside the movie. Inside, they carry this movie. As I said earlier about Donner wanting them to be in the movie more than the adults. I mean, it's very similar to E.T., which, of course, is another Spielberg film. They find One-Eyed Willie's treasure and are able to help pay off their parents' foreclosure, which is, I mean, they pay it off, not the parents, right? And they get to stay in the same neighborhood as the kids. Could you imagine? I mean, I was thinking about this from a real standpoint. Could you imagine if we all had to move away from Marietta when we were 12? We wouldn't be here.
Mhm.
I mean, if we want to be
Yeah.
serious and think about that, we wouldn't even be here. So I thought that was kind of a, I don't know, meta or bigger
Sentimental.
picture. Yeah, sentimental. Bigger picture.
Connection.
Mac,
And then I know a little bit.
Look
Computer
at you,
have
Mr.
feelings.
Marshmallow Center.
But from an outside standpoint, though,
This would be like if it was a movie called The
It's like the
Posse.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
but from the outside, I mean, this is one of those nostalgic movies that everybody from a certain generation that had seen it at the time love it, and share it from generation to generation. As I gave my list for that, and I think it's just going to keep continuing as we keep showing it. So I think kids won the movie inside and out.
Good job.
Good answers, folks.
Yeah.
Although
All right.
Sean Astin was the best answer for all of these.
Damn it, Salt doing it.
All right. So before we get into our next category, Kelly's going to come on, which I think we're on quite a bit of delay.
It's a game time.
Yeah. Ooh.
Kelly's gonna come on for game time, and we're gonna play blind rankings. Yeah, sorry, I blanked on that.
Let me get my whiteboard.
Blind
rankings.
blankings.
So in blind rankings, we have 6 items or things in a category that will be revealed, and we have to rank them without knowing what the next category topic is going to be. So, or thing, I don't know, whatever. So we
Very good
number
explanation.
decides.
I know, right?
Daniel
She
has a
makes-
question.
Daniel.
I don't have a question. I'm just gonna sit this out because Kelly and I talked this afternoon about
yeah,
it,
he
and I
knows.
wasn't planning on being on the pod. So
Okay, bye, Daniel.
Bye.
Do you?
By God, that's Daniel's
I'm just
music.
kidding.
Hey, Kelly.
Oh wait, no. What the? He just left. Okay, whatever. Hi,
Yeah,
Kelly.
I mean,
Hey,
he
Kelly.
could totally stay and just
Oh.
not recuse. I
Did
mean,
she do it
recuse
again?
himself.
What?
She
Kelly,
muted
can you hear
again.
us?
Yep.
Oh,
she
we
did it
can't. You're
again.
muted.
It's very easy, Kelly. You can figure it out. Same issue.
It's okay if you know sign language. We're all fluent in that.
I wish I was.
Oh, that's you.
What? Yeah. All done. All done.
Oh yeah, or that's like applause. I love when
More.
the sign language interpreters do applause.
You might have to sign out again.
AM.
Sign
Hey,
out.
Matt.
What?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Go fuck yourself.
Daniel.
Noir,
Yeah.
noir.
That's my sign language.
This is great. Kevin, you are sign language king.
Wait, is it
Should we play
I?
Pictionary?
That's I.
John, what? Draw a picture. I'll
Gosh.
guess.
Oh my God! Draw a picture.
Okay. There's a circle and then a square. It's
a
a bomb.
bomb.
It's a bomb. I got it.
What's
And
up,
we're
Zakowski?
we're flagged.
Yeah.
The
What
stream
else
is
can you
taken down.
draw? What else?
Just
can
go
you
on
draw?
airplane next, and you'll be all right.
All right. Well, if we're still waiting on her, I mean, we can go to the next category.
Okay.
All right.
Sure.
You want to
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, we'll do next
Sure.
category.
What's
Well,
the next category?
Next category is favorite song moment or score scene. I'll go first.
Of course you will.
I
Should've
went
been
with.
more worried about Matt stealing it than you.
Oh, I hope I didn't. I hope I don't steal it. But I'm gonna go with Richard Donner, giving a nod to himself with the Superman theme.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yep.
dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I love how Sloth idolizes people he sees on TV, just like we do, and he busts out that Superman shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, right before he gets his revenge on his mean family.
Yeah, I'm going with another theme song that is not this movie, but
Oh.
the movie.
What could it be?
It is the Bond theme. When Data is ziplining
Of
across
course.
from house to house.
Didn't see that coming.
00 negative.
Well, there's also there's a few references here for somebody
Yeah.
in this movie, but it might be right there actually. But we'll continue on that.
Is that Goldeneye? Is that
Nope.
Die Another Day?
Nope.
Mine are The Goonies Are Good Enough by Cyndi Lauper.
Ah, you stole mine.
I did not.
Oh,
I know.
what's the title of the song?
The Goonies Are Good
Goonies
Enough.
are good enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one made for this movie?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's what's playing on TV whenever
Right,
they're at the
yeah,
house.
because that's the same moment I had. Just get it out of the way, and the whole that's when the whole movie. Yeah, and they're riding down the bikes, the hill on their bikes, and it's
Yeah.
the whole start of the big adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was great.
it is a really good scene. I mean, it is made for the movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's awesome. Eric, did you have anything else to add?
So I didn't have that, but I want to add and say that Newfound Glory's version of that was awesome as
Mhm.
well.
I
But-
forgot they
Yeah.
covered that.
It was on from the screen to your stereo. My favorite song moment or score scene was the bone organ.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
When
Yeah.
they were
Nice.
almost falling into the death pit.
Nice.
So
All right,
none of us
Kelly.
picked the 80s movies. Or
No,
80s songs from that movie. Sorry.
no. All right, hey Kelly, can we hear you? Nope. Did you select audio or microphone Mac? That's
Ooh.
odd because I had it earlier with Eric. Okay. I mean, I can run it.
What if
want
you
us
take your AirPods out?
Yeah, take out your AirPods and try to talk. Nope.
Darn it.
That's all right. Yeah, I didn't have the AirPods in. That's true. All right. I mean, I can
One of
just
these-
run it. We have a video on it. I'll just do that.
You can go downstairs.
Or you can come
Matt.
downstairs.
Yeah, just go downstairs to Matt.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. I like
Yes.
this.
Or-
It's like coming down to the stage when the price is right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, for
very
those-
like Blair Witch. Don't go in the
Yes.
basement.
I'm so scared. I'm so
No.
scared.
Oh my God.
What are you doing, Matt?
I don't have any underwear on.
Whoa, now.
Oh, flagged again.
Hello, Kelly.
Just move the mic to Kelly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
It's live TV, folks.
This is definitely live.
Yep. All right. So here we go. We're gonna present.
Well, I can still do it from my computer.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's,
you just
Yeah,
gotta
just
put,
talk. Just
you just
talk
gotta
into
put the
that
mic
mic.
up to your mouth.
that's fair. Yeah,
Okay,
just-
so I put a 30-second timer for each answer
Oh,
before it switches.
Oh,
to
nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're
but you'll be able to
leveling
see it.
up.
There's a
It
play
doesn't.
clock.
It doesn't start until we get the first.
No, the whole thing has to do in 30 seconds, Kevin.
All the answers.
It'll prep
All
you.
answers.
It'll
All of them.
All answers.
All answers.
All answers.
video file.
I'm sorry, Kelly. This is
You apologize to me, Eric.
no. I'm apologizing on behalf of you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Eric.
You're welcome.
It's okay, Eric, and therefore Kevin.
oh my god.
Should I share my screen?
Oh,
No.
you're on.
Oh.
There it is. Wait.
Ooh,
There's no
Movie traps.
ooh, movie traps.
sound. It's like not showing like some of the graphics. Do you want me to share it? Should I share my screen instead?
Sure.
I gotta close all my my R-rated tabs. Here, hold on.
Nothing can shock us.
xxxgoonies.com. No, that'd be bad. That'd be real bad.
Sloth torn.
I got it. I got it. I
There
got
we
it.
go.
Just do it.
Ooh.
Okay,
Just use my. Yeah.
I'm just failing tonight.
It's
It's
okay.
okay.
No, you're good. All right.
It's okay, Ronnie.
It's all right.
Wait, I like that song. Let's hit it. Punch it.
Ready?
Yeah, we need the volume a little down. Yeah, perfect. Paint cans.
Ah.
So the first one is paint cans.
Are we showing now?
Are we showing or growing?
It switches out.
So we'll pause it. We'll pause it.
Okay. I put okay, so Eric has paint cans at number 5.
I also have it at 5.
Ooh, Dave's copying me. Kevin has it at 5.
Yeah, I have it at 5 as well.
Matt has it at 4. And John has it at 3. Okay.
All right. All right, let's go.
Move around.
Okay.
Next is Treasure Scale from the Goonies.
Oh.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
yeah. It is like the kicker of the movie, you know?
It's kind of weak though, compared to the other traps in the movie.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm
Weak ass trap.
Okay. Yep. I put it at 6.
I think there might
Dave
be
has it.
better.
At 6. Let's see. John has it. No, Matt has it at 2. Kevin has it at 4. And then John has it at 5.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
I also spelled treasure with a Z.
Ooh, the
Oh.
Swinging Sledgehammer and Nightmare on Elm Street. Oh, see, Julie's got it at 2 too. See?
That
Ooh,
one's
okay.
sledgehammer. Boom, boom.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get a bigger notepad here.
Okay, I really like this. Okay, so
You
I
could try writing smaller.
I put the swinging sledgehammer at 4.
Mine's at 3.
Nice.
Okay.
5.
John?
I've
Oh,
got,
Matt had 5. Okay.
I've got mine
John?
at 2.
John has it at 6. Kevin has it 2. Okay. Okay.
Mainly for the Peter Gabriel song, but
That's a good song.
Luke's got 4. Oh, the chicken suit in Home Alone. Ooh.
Oh.
What's left? That's what I want to know. I love this music.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
And Kelly had the picture too. I love it. For
Oh,
those
that
who
is awesome.
Aren't listening? The
Yeah.
picture of it is obviously Joe Pesci with the feathers.
The chicken suit. Okay. I had chicken suit at 2.
4.
4
3.
for me as well.
4 for John. Kevin is
Got
not
it,
talking. 6. Okay. Matt, what'd you have
3.
it? 3.
3.
Okay. Let's
Oh,
see.
Kevin had it at 6. Dang.
I feel like there's better ones than that, and I only
Julie
have
had
3
it
spots
4
left.
or 3. The chicken at 3. Luke had it at 3 as well
Yep.
on the
Oh,
live
Luke's
chat.
back in.
Ooh.
Bone organ.
The
Oh.
bone organ. No,
Oh,
that
I'm
one
glad I left the
uh,
chicken suit back.
Oh man.
I have a
keep
feeling I'm
pigeon-
gonna hate this.
I keep pigeonholing myself in a 1 and 6.
I didn't.
That's how I feel.
No.
You don't feel the same way as me. Okay, I had bone organ at number 1.
Yeah,
Dave copied
number
me. He had it at number 1 as well. Matt had it at number 1. Kevin had it at number 3, and John had it at. I can't see what John has it at.
John?
John, can you just
Hold it
speak
back.
words? Number 2, bone
2.
organ.
Oh,
Julie
Luke
has
had
it
it
at number 1.
Oh,
No, Luke had
nice.
it at 6.
I'm trapped at whatever's
6,
last
yeah.
is my 1.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I'm trapped at 1 myself.
Well,
It's okay, Ronnie.
it could be a good reveal or a bad reveal because mine's number 6. So we're all
Yeah.
opposites here.
What's number?
And number 1 is not
Bone organ
bone
again.
organ.
Bone organ again.
That's all right.
Bone organ again.
Okay, I'll just review. Okay,
Oh, there we go.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
No, I lost. I lost.
yes.
Dang it.
I started
Yeah, what
writing
was yours?
bone.
Oh, hold on.
That bone
I
organ reminded me of like the Indiana Jones thing.
Oh,
All right.
Daniel definitely
Okay.
said yes to this one. That was up.
I got.
Yeah, good idea.
I got-
I seriously started
Yeah.
writing bone.
I got the boulder at number 3.
Oh,
Dave, what
I
you
have
have
it-
it?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay.
I have
Matt
it
has
number
number
s-
6.
It's
Jeez.
I lost. I told you, I
Kevin-
lost playing ranking.
Kevin, first of all, misspelled it at first, and then put it at number 1.
Oh,
And then John has Giant Boulder at number 1 as well.
dang.
I think
Julie had
John
it
and
Julie
I
had
went
it
this
at number
way.
6.
I know. Julie and I had a very similar one on this, and I'm not too stoked on it.
And Daniel says, I knew that was going to trap y'all.
It
Yeah.
Good job.
Hey.
But I wish I would have
Zing.
thought of that.
Yeah, I had my
was
top
really
2
good.
were from the
Headshot.
Goonies.
I figured thered be one from Indiana Jones, and I,
I
was
think
waiting
John's
for
with Bonergan is probably the best thing. That's cool.
it. He got
Nice.
he had bone in my
Was
head.
that you?
I started writing
Nice.
bone.
I like the
Bonergan.
picture too.
Bam.
Oh, I've also been working on this.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the
Kelly.
video.
Kelly, that was good.
I'm sorry that you had to go all the way downstairs.
Thank you,
for that.
Kelly, for fighting through the
Yeah.
technical
I don't know,
difficulties.
Yeah, we're not sure.
Times it didn't work.
Yeah, that's all right. We'll figure it out. No worries.
Okay.
We've had a few technical hiccups. Not
But-
the only one. But for movies.
But for movies.
But for movies.
No, I-
So next category. Does this movie get made now?
Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly. Let's see, Daniel. Oh, Daniel's not here.
He's in the chat though.
I like Daniel and I always have a good bicker on this. Kevin,
And Spielberg, he can make everything he wants.
Kevin,
Sorry. I said I think it can be with in the right setting. It would have to be modernized. You mentioned it before in a podcast from 2011 with Super 8.
Mm.
It was also a Spielberg movie.
Yeah,
which-
exactly.
A different story, but very
J.J.
similar.
Abrams and Spielberg.
Yeah, it was a very, very, very similar thing, just with kids in a adventure movie, and it can be successful. It's not often that it happens, but it can be made. People try to make it, and every now and again, somebody hits it out of the park.
Yeah. So Super 8, in my opinion, kind of fell flat. Like, it wasn't unsuccessful, but it didn't really do the same. It didn't hit the same way the Goonies did, obviously.
No, I agree. I mean, it wasn't like I said, a home run, but it wasn't terrible.
It was a solid single.
Yes,
Yeah.
so
Single
like
plus.
it'll be made, and these type of movies will continue to be made.
I mean, so I said no because I just think that what would I say? So people wouldn't allow their imaginations these days. I don't think we're getting any pirate anything. I mean, when was the last time we had a movie that's made other than like the actual Pirates of the Caribbean? When was the last time there was an adventure on pirates? Like swashbuckling just isn't really a thing anymore. I think with cell phones, not to want to sound too old, but cell phones again kind of ruin the whole premise of this movie. Like
These
the entire
damn
movie.
cell phones just
Maybe we're making a
taking
movie.
our lives to the ground. Get
Right?
off my
Well,
lawn.
Maybe we make a movie on kids chasing Pokemon or something.
I'd watch that.
That was a real thing.
Detective
so
Pikachu.
I just think that they're not gonna be. It's not gonna be that way. Like it's similar to what I said for E.T. or Back to the Future. The way that those are made, it's just not gonna be the same. And there hasn't been that many movies like this since Super 8 because it fell flat in a way. So and Super 8 came out what 2012 maybe
It was,
2011.
2011.
So that was 13 years ago. A lot's changed since then, and I can't think of another example that's like that. So I said no because there hasn't been anything remotely close to it since even Super 8. And I do agree that is the closest to that. But that was 13 years ago.
Yeah, the most recent closest to that, I would say.
Julie
Right.
says, what about Captain Phillips?
Isn't that with oh yeah, the pirates.
the look at me, I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
I am the captain now.
True. But not in a kid sense. I mean, you got to look at like Muppet.
I mean, I've never seen it, but that's probably not a kid's movie.
Aren't
I
there
don't know.
pirates in Captain Ron with
Patrick
who's
Swayze?
Who's
Captain
Captain
Ron.
Ron?
Isn't that another old movie though?
I
No,
have
it's
no idea. Captain
Cody would
Ron?
know Captain Ron. Kurt Russell's in it.
Kurt Russell.
And I think there's pirates, but it's like modern pirates.
That's also a movie from like the 90s.
Yep. Like when I think of the
They can make
90s,
this. Oh, go ahead.
I say when I think of a 90s one, I think of like Richie Rich.
A pirate movie?
No, not a pirate movie, but I'm saying a movie like the Goonies and Super 8. And we can go into that. Like there's one a decade, and like the 90s one I think of it's Richie Rich.
For like adventure films? Julie
Like-
is the captain now.
Or like as a movie for kids.
Yeah, what are we talking
Kids
about?
banding
Richie
together to
Rich?
do things against
Richie
a
Rich?
villain.
Yeah. To be honest, it's been a long time.
That's the one
since
you
I've
think of?
seen
Yeah, I
Richie.
watched that one. I'm sorry you guys didn't. I did.
I think
mean,
you
I
might be doing Richie Rich next.
If you guys don't say that
that.
Terminator is the
God.
best movie, you don't know movies.
I wanna hear
You
in the
weren't born
chat.
yet, Eric.
Okay, let's get this in the chat. Is Richie Rich your favorite child or 90s adventure
90s.
film
For kids.
for kids?
I'm gonna say that yes, this does get made because it's like a kids movie and it's got treasure hunting, and I just feel like that's a winning combination. So I said yes. What say you, Dave?
I really didn't know how to answer this question.
Okay.
Because I think just any adventure movie, like you can still make an adventure movie.
Yeah.
It can be generic.
But
Sure.
but like making something that is as equal to this, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would be equal.
It's very unique.
No.
Yeah.
It is unique. Again, I don't think kids this type of adventure I just don't see. Daniel does make a good point. I think the closest we've gotten is Ready Player One, which is that modern feel, and that's also Spielberg. Go figure. And that was still made 6 years ago now. I mean, we're still not at now. That's my point on the no.
I think 6 years ago, I think that's enough. Like
It's
as
close, but
contemporary.
it's hard because I mean that was pre-COVID.
True.
So like things
Daniel
have
says
changed
Richie Rich
drastically.
slaps, so I think that means he likes it.
If
I'm not
Daniel
saying
agrees
it's
with
bad.
me,
No.
then
Oh no. I'm not saying.
If Daniel agrees with Kevin, then
I'm not saying it's
the
a bad
world's
movie.
going to catch on fire.
It's just a random pool when we're talking about the Goonies.
If we can get
He
see,
said it also sucks.
Wait, what is it? Somebody said it sucks.
No,
Daniel.
Daniel said it also sucks.
I was hoping he's like, no, slaps was a typo. I meant that it sucked.
I was trying to think of like a similar adventure film from the 90s, and I really can't like come up with something that's like the Goonies. I mean,
Richie Rich.
Muppet Treasure
Oh.
Island. Just
Which,
kidding.
I
Kidding.
mean, is a fine movie.
When was the last time you saw it? I watched it recently.
Oh gosh,
It's awful.
oh, it is. Yeah,
not
I
good.
got once I got Disney, went on a real big Muppets kick, and my Muppets movie now is the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Oh,
Wait.
I like Muppets movies. This one kind of came out of nowhere as bad. Like I was
Yeah.
expecting it to be good.
were you watching it by yourself or were you watching with your kids?
With my
That
kids.
goes with both of you.
Well, they liked it, and I was like, "What are we watching?" Anyways, ready for the next category?
Yeah, what's the next category?
Favorite line from the movie.
One of our favorite categories.
Dave, it is.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, you guys.
It is
I gotta bring
definitely
up my
one of those.
notes.
I mean,
Um,
that's the one.
That is the one. Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you so hard when you wake up, your clothes are gonna be out of style.
Nice. Nice.
I'm gonna go with it's an A sharp or a B flat, and then
Yeah,
Mikey says, "If you hit the wrong note, we'll all be
I'll
flat."
be flat.
Oh, yep.
What a pun! You would say a pun, Eric,
Yeah,
That
I
was
know. I
one-
would.
That was one of
and it was a
mine,
musical
Eric.
pun.
Yes, it
It
was.
was one of it was one of mine too. Yeah, I mean it's such an awesome pun. John.
That's my mom's favorite piece.
That's awesome. Kevin.
I only dropped you once. Well, maybe twice.
That's a little messed up, but I said, well, I mean, obviously all the other ones, but I guess I'll go with Goonies Never Say Die.
Matt, do you like that saying? What's on your shirt?
Yeah. I've only shown it a few times. I also, from a serious one, I like when Steph is, well, they're all under the wishing well, and Steph's like, these are somebody else's wishes. They're somebody else's dreams. I
Yeah.
like that scene a lot. I mean, I like Mouth's response to that too. That's like
Yeah.
one of the heartwarming or heartfelt moments, I guess, not really warming, but heartfelt moments in the movie.
For sure.
One of the few times mouth is not a mouth. And
Yeah, exactly. It's such a good scene. It really it glues that whole adventure together.
Yeah, they really bond closer. They're like, no, we're finishing this.
Yeah, exactly.
When they get to the
Um,
restaurant and they're trying to determine who these people are, and Data says, drug dealers wouldn't be caught dead in those polyester rags.
That's a good one.
There was a good one with Mouth again and stuff where they're sifting through the coins and he goes George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Martin Sheen, and so Martin Sheen that's President Kennedy, you idiot. Well,
Yeah.
same difference. He played Kennedy once.
Nice. I had a repeating one, and it was Data saying, "I'm setting booty traps." They're
Booby traps.
Booby traps. That's what I said. I said booby trap. Slick shoes.
Yeah, Data's so good in that. All the gadgets. That's such a
yeah.
fun character.
Yeah.
All right. Any other lines?
Nope.
There's
Oh,
not
I
too
have
many
one
left on the
when.
table.
Sorry, Dave. My bad.
No, that was me. It was
Oh.
me. Go ahead.
When Chunk tries to throw the candy bar to Sloth,
Mm.
and they fumble it, and he tears his chains out of the wall, and Chunk goes, "Gee, Mister, you must be hungrier than me."
Oh man, that's a good one. That's such a good one. Yeah, there's a lot of classic lines. I think we hit most of the big ones though.
Yeah.
Next category, most rewatchable scene.
Oh, wait. I wanted to bring up they refer to the dead guy as a stiff. Have you guys ever referred to a dead person as a stiff before?
I
Not until this
haven't, but I
movie.
have heard it.
And they just leave Chunk in there with him. Like, what the? And he handles it so well for a kid.
Yeah, for a kids movie, this is pretty dark. If we want to talk about that for a second,
It's
like the
dark.
opening scene is him hanging himself, right?
Yeah, that's.
I remember
yeah.
like when we showed the kids this, I'm like, dang. I mean, I kind of remember that, but like that's the first scene, and then there's a
They're like,
person.
"Daddy, why would a man hang himself in prison?"
And then yeah, you get the they actually killed somebody there clearly. Like
Yeah.
there's
and just
real
they're disposing
danger.
of bodies.
yeah,
This
there's
is
real
pushing
danger here.
my friend.
It's been a long time since I've watched this, and I didn't remember any of that beginning. I'm like, holy crap, this is kind of dark.
Yeah, there's definitely some darkness, but it's not like super corny or anything, which I like. There's some goofy scenes, but not like they're not over corny, right? Not
They
on
get
purpose,
they get
but
away from it really quick.
Yeah.
They do, yeah.
Like,
The adventure music,
yeah.
the like, and then I love how they introduce everybody. The only question I had, so I think it's such an amazing opening scene when you see everybody like Chunk eating and you see Data playing with his stuff. But the only one I wasn't sure on was Steph bobbing for crabs or lobster at the beginning, like when she puts her head in and is bobbing for a lobster. Like,
Oh yeah.
what is that in her character? Like, they're all like, oh, this is how we, with no exposition, this is just them doing their thing. And then she does that, and I'm like, where does that come into play?
I totally forget about that in the opening.
Unless it's like a nod to the octopus that we didn't get. Maybe, I don't know. I thought that was weird that she did that, and everybody else, it's like, oh, Data has the gadgets. Yeah, that makes sense. And Chunk likes to eat. But yeah, I do like that opening scene because you don't have to have all the dialogue or exposition to get what these or to introduce the characters.
Yeah,
and it's
sets
real
everything up
fast.
well.
Yeah, definitely. And then we get right into the movie. Well, let's get right into the scenes. Kevin, what's your most rewatchable scene?
Mine is with Mikey when he gets to One-Eyed Willie because it fulfills the whole journey.
Yeah.
And it's kind of one of those heartfelt, but rewarding scenes of like he actually exists. He got
Yep.
here. He was here for a whole reason.
Yeah, so it's funny because that is my answer as well.
Nice.
We had the same scene. Yeah,
Nice.
it's I get chills when I see it because it's, you know, the culmination, like you said, of him. He's not the oldest, he's not the biggest, but he's leading the way the whole time. And there's just that mutual respect. Well, not mutual, because I guess when I really has been dead for 3 centuries, but there's that respect that he's given. And it just kind of shows how precocious he is, right? Like he is definitely wise beyond his years. And one cool one cool fact about that was that the scene was kind of improvised.
Really?
Really?
So the way it transpired was that Spielberg says, "Hey, this is basically One-Eyed Willie's story." Like he gives them the story moments right before they shoot, and then he says, "All right, now talk back to me with what I just told you." And so he takes basically just a story that he was given and has to reiterate it. And so it's just his own. I mean, some of the
It's-
dialogue probably the same, but he's basically giving it on the fly, which is
Okay.
awesome.
Yeah,
so
I think
like,
it really helps execute the idea of this urban legend that they've all grown up hearing about at bedtime or whatever.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
since I'm talking, I'll just say that was my favorite scene.
No
of the
way.
Yeah,
There we go.
because
awesome.
of so many things, like it kind of brings the whole movie to a culmination, like you said,
Yeah.
and there's humor and emotion in it, and yeah, it's just really great. I love, and it's a long soliloquy by Sean Astin. It's
Mhm.
off of him saying, like, I know you guys must have died. What a mess. And they're all skeletons. Yeah, I think they died.
Probably.
And he
Yeah.
says you're the first Goonie, and it's like,
Yeah, that
yeah,
was so.
he's on an
yeah,
adventure. They're all
touching.
about, yeah,
How yeah, brought it full circle. Sorry.
yeah.
I'd
Stealing,
say,
No,
I mean,
but
You're right.
we're
it's
in
a-
alignment here.
it's the climax of the movie, and then everything else kind of settles out the movie. I mean, there's more that happens, but yeah, that just kind of clearing out the rest of the storyline.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
the way I see that movie.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, Dave. What was your most rewatchable?
The like semi opening montage where they take off on the bikes and start the adventure, the start of the
Oh.
adventure,
Yeah.
wrapping his brother up in the workout equipment, not popping his tires but flattening his tires,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
making sure that they were going to get away.
Yeah, not being complete dick, but
Yeah,
just
just
make it.
enough. Eric, what about you?
I had the scene where mine is way out of left field, where the toilet launches the dude into the ceiling when he's on the toilet, and then he falls off and just yells "Daddy" to the screen.
That's a very AB repeat.
No,
moment.
What
that
the
was
hell is
cute, though.
that?
Like all that chaos of like the people in the showers, like just losing their
Yeah, the
shower
faucet. Yeah,
fixtures and all that.
when Sloth and Chunk go through there and Sloth just
Yeah,
pushes
goes-
them up
yeah.
and you just hear the car
Yeah.
crash.
Love it. That's hilarious.
One of my
All right.
backups, which Dave already mentioned, is just when Chunk is in the freezer with the dead body. It's hilarious. He's like wrestling around with it.
Yeah, I like another scene that I like is when Chunk's trying to like tell the Fratellis reasons why he shouldn't be killed. Like he just like he just goes on this rant of things he's sorry for.
Oh yeah, they want him to
Yeah.
talk, and then he
Yeah.
spills every.
I'll tell you everything.
Yeah.
And they threaten by putting his hand in a blender again.
Yeah, what the
Pretty
hell?
dark. Yeah, that'd be pretty messed up. All right, next category. One of our favorites, Most likely to be the off-screen drunk. Daniel?
Who could it be?
Can you zoom in on me?
Oh.
Kevin. It's Kevin.
We all know it. I put Mikey's dad.
But it's
Mm.
Kevin.
Yeah, but it's Kevin.
Oh, that one makes sense. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
good. I said mouth when he grows up. The way he acts with Rosalita kind of tells you he's already cynical for a kid,
Mhm.
and he probably kind of in his soliloquy or whatever you want to call it when he's talking under the wishing well. It kind of shows that he had to grow up a little quicker than the other kids, and probably for reasons at home. Not that I'm a psychiatrist, but sometimes that leads to some rough times when you get older.
Not that I'm a professional psychiatrist, but I am an amateur psychiatrist.
Something tells me that he had to grow up fast because of a broken home or something, and he's probably drinking. That's
Yeah.
a guess.
I
Anybody
would
else?
say I put
What is it? I'm not a doctor,
Go
but
ahead.
I stayed at a Motel 8 last night.
A Motel 8.
Is
The La Quinta Suites.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? It was La Quinta?
Was it?
No,
I thought it was
no.
Motel 8.
I think-
Holiday Inn.
A Holiday Inn.
Oh, I said it. Okay.
It's crap.
Isn't
Holiday
it
Inn.
All right, it'd be
Motel?
funnier if it was like a Motel 6.
Yeah.
Leave the light on
We'll
for
leave-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Super 8 and Motel 6. Motel 7.
I stayed at a Motel 7.
lucky you.
Any other drunks?
I
Kevin,
said the
Kevin.
parents of Mikey are getting foreclosed.
Oh yeah, yeah, makes sense. Kevin.
I'll just
Yep.
put all.
Yeah,
all
that's
of-
him.
It's him.
God damn it! Don't do this again.
All
I
of
put
them.
one
all of the
speaking.
parrots. All of the parrots.
The
Because where
person
the hell are
speaking.
they?
Right.
Not even in the movie.
They're barely in the movie.
Right. They're off screen.
Yeah, probably
only
drinking their
alluded to.
bums. They're all at the townhouse playing Keno.
Yeah,
They're all
well,
they're all
that's actually that makes sense. 'Cause all the kids are going and doing all this stuff. And
No
they're just sitting
wonder
there.
they're getting
and they just-
foreclosed. They lost it all gambling.
Yeah, and they all woke up in the morning when they escaped from all of this, and they were just
All
at the
great
beach
answers.
because who knows what.
but it's Kevin.
All right, next category. Casting our friends.
Can I go first?
Oh yeah.
All right, go
Yeah, you
for
should
it.
go first. I have a long list. I'll go last.
I
do
do
too.
too.
I
I have
Mine-
5.
Mine will be pretty quick.
Alright.
I got Daniel as Mikey because it was his house was always a house that we would meet up with us whenever we
Oh
were kids.
yeah, good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
I've got Matt as Brand because muscles.
Oh yeah, good call.
I've got me as Chunk and also Daniel as Sloth because Sloth love Chunk. And then I've got Mouth as Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got
That's
Data as Eric.
Yes.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's my casting.
Okay, I'm gonna go next.
All right,
uh,
go for it.
I said Chunk is a klutz who gives too much context, speaks before thinking, an excellent sense of smell for food. That is John. Mouth can bullshit to anyone. Cool dude. Hides treasure in mouth. Doesn't know when to shut it. Mr. Dave. Mikey, adventurous. Wants to do something big. Aspirations to save the family. Encouraging. And he has an ultra fucking complicated contraption to open a gate. That sounds like an engineer. That is Matt.
That's hilarious.
Data, he's a geek who invents things that don't always work. I put me too. It's me.
Mhm.
Brand, the older brother energy, wants to be responsible because he's the oldest and always needs to keep everyone in line. That's Kevin.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense there, but oldest. Okay, I got you. Personality. Okay.
Yeah.
Idiot.
I'd say the off-screen drunk is Kevin.
I'm one of the youngest
then-
here. I'm just saying.
Steph
He's our little baby.
stops Mal from stealing wishes. She's principled and she's blind without her glasses. And she has a weird sexual tension and constant bickering with Mouth, who is Dave. So Steph is Daniel.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty
And
fun.
that is my list.
Damn, that's a great list. Man, I don't know how he oh man. Kevin?
Mine's a little different, but kind of similar. Not as detailed as Eric's. But
No,
I
I
did
like
get
that.
5. I did put Mikey is Matt because he's the one whenever we do trips, he's the one to rally everyone together and get their trips going.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then I also put John as Chunk, but I put it because when he was younger, he was always worried about what his parents would think, but still do it anyways.
Fair.
I went a little bit out of here. I had to do it. He's a friend. He's a friend of ours, not on the show, but he's a friend of ours. Jordan is Brand because he plays the alpha male, but he's always going to stand beside you if you need the help.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
And I put Dave as the sheriff because
Because he's a fucking cop.
he doesn't take Chunk seriously when he calls in. Chunk is also John, by the way.
Yep.
And then I put Eric is Andy because he'd find the chords to play to save everyone.
Ha.
It's
That's
either
fair.
an A sharp or a B flat.
Which one?
They're the same note.
Oh. All right,
I
John.
heard there are actually rules to which one it's supposed to be. Don't know what those rules are.
There are, but it's the same note.
The musicians have it figured out.
If I would press the same thing, I mean, it's yeah. John?
Oh, I've got Matt, your brand, muscles. Eric is Data, gadgets.
Yeah.
Kelv is Mikey because he's the one who would be like stuck on his principles. He's like, no, we've got to do this. And we're like, I don't know, dog.
I don't think this is a good idea.
That treasure's bullshit.
Dave is Mouth. I think, yeah, he can run his mouth, and Mouth is one of the more stylish characters in the movie with his members only jacket and brushing his hair.
Yeah.
Very handsome individual. And I've got Daniel as Chunk because the boy likes to eat.
He does like a good dinner.
Nice. Yeah, I think everybody knocked it out of the park. I can't even follow. The only thing that I will say is that I have the Goonies as Seort because they're lower class, they're not with the rich people, and they're on a body of water. And for some reason we have some sort of, I don't know, chip on our shoulder because we are Seort. And I just wanted to throw it out there. Yeah, I just wanted to throw it out there that we are the Goonies.
You want to describe
are
or
us.
actually say what Seort stands for?
Yes, thank you. Seort, Southeastern Ohio River Trash. So we are the Goonies.
Proud of it, baby. Also,
right.
Daniel said Dave did almost get us shot running his
Oh,
mouth
yeah.
for no reason.
That is true. That was on John's bachelor party at a strip club.
Bunch of hot shot softball players.
Outside of
A strip club. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Outside
I
of a
remember
Good
having
job,
to
Dave.
walk Dave. Like, I think I had like a finger in his back belt loop and was just
Whoa.
guiding it, like,
And
No.
Jordan was really calm on that and was like, Dave, you pulled the alpha card, but it helped us out.
yeah.
That just
Yeah,
helped my
that's fair.
casting for Brand.
That's true. And I will say, Dave, doesn't run his mouth unless there's other things involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
Tommy's a real great casting for mouth.
Yeah, he is. That's actually what Julie said
Mhm.
immediately. She's
Tommy?
like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tommy would be good."
I could see that too. Yeah, I could see Dave or Tommy. Those are good answers for sure.
I went with
Data
Dave because it ties into Steph.
I love it. No, I love it. And yeah, I mean, you're definitely Data for sure. That was my
Yeah.
first one. If I actually had to pick somebody, I was like, oh yeah, that's Eric.
Yeah.
All right, next category. Is this a podium role for any of the top billed cast members? First, we have Sean Astin. I mean, he's amazing in this. He's so good. You feel that he's a kid in this in the right way, right? It's not
Yeah.
corny or cheesy, but you do know or feel that he's a kid. And so, I mean, I said yes. And for some of you guys said he won the movie, so how could you not say yes, right?
Yes for him.
He's
Yeah,
the
I said-
leader
I
of the
said
movie.
yes as well.
Yeah, he's the leader of the movie. He's in control. I said it's got to be this Sam, obviously from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And Rudy, of course, as Daniel
Yeah.
called it, a stupid football movie.
Rudy,
I had the same list. I had the
Yeah.
same list.
And for me, like that's a pretty solid podium.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of my favorites. Then we have Josh Brolin. This was actually his debut, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he does a great job in this.
Yeah.
I
I said no. him.
Yeah, I struggled. I said yes, but I could be convinced either way. I said this. He's also the only time he's actually been nominated for an Oscar was in his role his role in Milk, and it was a supporting actor. He didn't win.
Okay.
He's obviously the biggest villain in the MCU, Thanos. He's great in True Grit, Sicario, Dune. So
Yeah.
he's in a lot of good movies.
No
I said
Country for
yes.
Old Men.
Yeah,
Okay.
No Country for Old Men.
Yeah,
He played
that-
George Bush in W.
yeah, he did. I said yes, but I also had No Country for Old Men and him playing Thanos as my three.
Yeah.
Any
This
others?
one I had up in the air. This was like I didn't know.
Yeah.
There's some movies I haven't seen, and some I have. Some I didn't care for, but I know they were good roles.
Right.
So it's kind of like this was one of the first times I had a toss up of like I don't even know what to put down for this guy.
I know. Yeah, he's a tough one to nail down. He's got a cool backstory too. Like
Yeah,
he
he's
was
an
like,
American gangster too.
yeah, he is. Yep.
Good.
And then we have Corey Feldman, who was, one of the most big. He's one of the biggest stars of the '80s. He's in
Yeah.
so many big movies. I thought this was a hard one too. I ultimately leaned on yes, though.
Yeah, I said yes as well.
Yeah.
I'd say yes.
I actually had a no on Brolin for
You
the
did?
last, just because
Okay.
he's gone on to do better stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, that central to the movie was kind of
Yeah, that's fair.
Mhm.
And his acting. I mean, in No Country for Old Men's probably the top of his podium. I mean, he is the main character, but he's in that movie a long time. Like
Mhm.
the focus is on him for a long time.
Yeah.
For Corey Feldman, we also got to mention Lost Boys. We did mention Gremlins, and he's actually the voice of Donatello from the Turtles movies.
Oh wow. Okay. He was also in
Yeah.
Stand By Me.
And of course, Stand By Me, which is his number
Yeah.
one. Because there's only 4, and obviously there's some big scenes of him in that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah,
he's
this
in
was
the
fun.
Birds, but that's not like
He's in
anything
The Birds.
special. It was just sort
No.
of
Hey,
when you picked
it's
up
another
on
Tom
it.
Hanks movie. That's a good one.
That's a. I feel like that's a low key movie podium favorite. Is The Birds.
I do like that movie.
I think we all do. And then the last that I had them. Sorry, John. What?
I said I didn't know that. A bunch of closet burbs likers in here.
Yeah.
You might have to
Anybody-
come out of the closet.
Anybody else in the chat? Big closet Burbs fans. The last person I think we should mention was Jonathan K. Kwan, who is, as we mentioned, Data. And I think his narrative of his actual story arc for his acting career is interesting. So he started off real hot. He went with Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom, and Goonies in the same year in 1985. That's a pretty solid one too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Imagine those being your first. After that, though, he does a couple random TV shows, basically goes off the grid for 30 years. He does some like really minor roles, maybe some stunts, actually, like a stunt double.
Mm-hmm.
And then he goes on and wins a supporting actor in 22 for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah.
So
Which is an awesome
crazy-
movie.
Oh yeah, it's a great movie, but it took like 30 years for him to get back into acting.
It
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, he definitely came out of the timeout with a good play.
Yeah, when you win Best Supporting Actor, yeah, absolutely. Oh, so we need to watch The Burbs maybe on the side pod.
I'm a fan of it.
Side pod.
I don't know if it's main pod worthy, but it's a good one. Oh, there we go.
I
We
do
got a
need to-
proud Burbs fan. Hey, somebody's able
Proud
to
and
come out of the
proud.
closet.
Welcome. Welcome out of the closet, brother.
Brother
I
Burb.
I have to mention for casting with Robert
Okay.
Davey.
Hmm.
He's not the main villain, but he's one that hung himself, and
Yeah.
he's also in this movie right here on this above my finger. His
Right
License to Kill, the villain.
Die
in
Another
that-
Day.
He's the villain in that Bond movie. But that would be the only other movie I'd put him above in this in his role.
Does he play the guy with teeth?
The guy with-
No, he did not. You're talking about Jaws, right?
The guy with
The
teeth.
the man in the
No,
Bond
we already
movie is
did
not the
Jaws.
shark.
Earlier
Odd
in
Jaws.
September.
We did Jaws already. Oh my god. Last category. So this week for our podium, we went with does the Goonies podium for our 1980s kids movies. Kevin?
I don't know how close I got to kids movies.
This is a very kids is again a very whatever you want to call
I
it.
guess primarily this is a yes or no question. A lot of us seem to forget that. Not
Family friendly.
There you
Yeah,
go.
family friendly is
Guilty of
kind of
that
where I
myself.
went.
All right. Let's see.
I put
does it? Does
I
it?
put no.
Okay.
I put 3. It's actually Short Circuit, which was mentioned already before.
Wow.
You almost did
I
a
love-
spit take.
I love that movie. I absolutely love that
That
movie.
is a hot take, kind of. For
For
top 3? Damn.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Kids movies of the 80s.
I love that movie. I need to rewatch
right.
that soon. But number 2, I think it was Sawyer. I wasn't on that with you guys, but he's a huge Uncle Buck fan.
Yep.
I put that as number 2.
Wow.
I
got an
love that
interesting
movie as
list.
well for that.
Damn,
It's a
dude,
good-
you
it's
are
good
going
family.
all over the place.
How many beers?
And then,
How many beers are you in?
17.
4. Number 1,
Double it.
I put Big.
Hmm.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
that-
Yeah.
and
Nice.
that's my top 3.
Nice. That's interesting.
That
All
is an interesting.
It's an interesting top 3.
Daniel says Harry and the Hendersons. I wonder how serious he is on that. Also, the mom from Harry and the Hendersons is the mom from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We learned that on our
Yeah.
Spielberg pod.
Hot Mama.
And
No,
the
I-
Christmas
I-
story. Hot Mama.
I really wanted to just name 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, but that didn't
Oh, we know. Oh, that that reminded me. You know another movie filmed in Astoria? Kindergarten Cop.
Whoa.
Nice.
really. That's a 90s movie.
I wasn't saying yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not on
okay.
this
That's
list,
not a
Kevin.
qualification here.
I'm
I
just
know we-
saying it was filmed in Astoria. I was listing
okay.
movies that filmed there.
that's not in my top 5 PG
Oh, God.
or 80s movies. That
I don't know
take
if that's
place
PG.
in
I'd have to look.
Astoria or
John,
Kevin
anyways,
backstage.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
John, what podium's on yours, buddy?
Okay, this is not. It's
Okay.
just a large field of contestants. Very
Yeah.
good movie. And this is my podium was movies that I personally liked.
Hey,
Um,
go with your heart. That's what I
it
did.
was hard to put them in order. Never ending story. Very good movie.
Mhm.
Very powerful scenes of Atreyu's horse dying really stuck with me.
Nice.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Another great movie of the 80s that I loved watching and had it all humor and kind of freaked me out a little bit in a similar way. And then number 1, with the hot mama, A Christmas Story. Because I've seen it probably more than any other movie in this category, and we've been over my love of this movie before when we've done it on the pod.
That's awesome. Nice. All right, Dave. What about you?
All right, this does make my podium.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh.
Uh,
About
number
time.
number 3 is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Number 2 is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh,
Oh,
that
that
was
is
a
a
close
good
one for
one.
me.
That's
And number 1 is Goonies.
Nice.
Raise the roof.
Honey,
Honey,
I Shrunk the Kids. Great effects. Awesome movie.
Rick-
That
Rick
one,
Moranis.
Yeah.
that was
Love
an
that movie.
OLI.
Yeah, I'm glad that you called that one out.
Definitely an OLI for me, Dave.
Julie liked John's list. One
Nice.
of her favorite movies is Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Oh, nice. It's so good. It really is. Eric, what about you?
This does not make my podium. Number 3 is The Little Mermaid. Number 2 is The Princess Bride. And then number 1 is Back to the Future.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
It's like such a wide
Yeah,
playing field, like
I
John
know.
said. Like
It
there's
is.
so many.
I know, and I tried to limit my answer for that reason. It really is hard. I kind of tried to interpret it as like whether it was kid themed or the majority of the kids were in the movie. I don't know. Who knows? It could be on rating, right?
How old's Roger Rabbit?
Yeah, that's fair. So I actually left out Back to the Future, Star Wars, because you could have said Star Wars, right? 2 of the 3 came
Oh.
out.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters, Beetlejuice, those are all PG movies.
Yeah.
Let that sink
Yeah.
in. So I try not to go that route, but I understand if you say that because they're all of the best, right?
Yeah.
So I ended up saying 3 was Karate Kid, which is
Daniel
rated
mentioned that
G.
too.
I know, which is rated G. Kinda
Really?
weird.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't say Little Mermaid, Eric, just because I keep saying it on every podium. So I had to just fucking take it off of there.
Eric's
Like,
got
come on.
you. He's got
Yeah.
you.
I appreciate the Little Mermaid nod.
Just pretend that movie doesn't exist in Matt's world. Continue on.
Right. My number 2 is E.T., which we
E.T..
just watched.
E.T..
E.T. And my number 1, oh, I didn't even answer the question. I got everybody else. Yes, this makes my list. And
Ooh.
yes, it is number 1.
The suspense is killing.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Dave and I probably hold a little more nostalgia, but yeah, great movie. It's such a fun watch, and it's such a easy time, and it's fast, right? It's an hour and 48 minutes, and it feels like an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one exciting part after another. I think Dave and or others said it
Yeah.
different ways.
Yep. I love Daniel. Yeah, that's right. She's not bad. She's just drawn that way. Talking about Roger Rabbit. What about anybody in the chat? Oh, Luke's got E.T. at 1, Big at 2, and 3 Goonies. Oh, I like that list.
Yeah,
That's good.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised that nobody else
brought
went
back
big.
I like Big, but there's other
Yeah.
movies that I like more for me.
Yeah,
at
some of these things get into adult themes like Big. He has like he's gonna have sex with his girlfriend.
least.
Like, how is
Right.
expecting to bang him.
Right. And and E.T. for me, it's just the sentimental value for that. Oh, and Turtles was kind of a struggle because I almost said that, but it kind of came out in 90, like it was right on the border there. So that one got to go. Oh, Labyrinth, yes, and The Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Both very good. Labyrinth is so good with David Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
So creepy.
Yeah.
It's very
I remember
well,
being scared at that as a kid.
Yeah, it's got the same vibes, like Neverending Story, Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, Goonies. They're all like real dirty movies. Like like there's something about it. Dirty.
Yeah,
is
they're not like squeaky clean fairy tales so
Right.
much.
The kids say shit a lot in this movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, like when you first see Chunk, I think they dub
You're-
him in saying, "Ah, shit."
yeah, but like that's how kids talk. That's what, and you said that is why you
Yeah,
liked it,
I said
Kevin, or
that-
that's your favorite
yeah.
thing.
Oh
right?
yeah, when
Favorite thing
they
is that-
goad him into
Yeah.
breaking down the door by saying, "I have naked pictures of your mom that I'll sell." For
Yeah, that's stuff that we would say. Like that's
right. Yeah.
it felt natural. Trying to think of other kids movies from that era. I like The Great Mouse Detective. Very underrated Disney movie.
I've
Yeah,
never seen that.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was definitely probably the fourth one on my list.
Yeah, it's a great one.
Mhm.
And it came out 89? It was probably on the
Yeah,
border.
it was
there.
It was 88, 89, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Well, there's lots of good kids movies out there, but good list, guys.
Yeah, good job, everyone.
Thanks.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Give
Eric.
yourselves a hand.
We got an 80% no. Richie Rich is not the best adventure movie of the 1980s.
well, definitely
1990s.
not the best adventure.
1990s, I say.
Well, definitely not. I didn't say it was.
Did we put words in
adventure movie.
Kevin's mouth though? Did he say it was the best, or was
No.
that
Definitely not.
just your call?
No, but he brought it up when we're talking.
I heard that it was Kevin's favorite movie.
That's
of
what I
the
heard.
90s. Yeah,
Definitely not.
I heard him say that.
best adventure movie of the 90s. That's another question.
That's definitely not
Richie Rich. We already determined that.
Oh, The Land Before Time. That's a good. And Brave Little Toaster. Is
Oh my
another
God.
one that I
Yeah.
didn't say that I
No.
love.
No.
John doesn't want to lose Blanky
I don't
anymore.
like that movie.
It brings up too many emotions.
Your stuff comes looking for you. That's terrifying.
So tell us how you feel about Toy Story.
No, not as bad because those are sort of like human objects already. It's like a toaster and a vacuum and an electric light, and I feel like they're possessed.
A lamp.
You mean, yeah,
Lamp.
lamp. You mean you don't have a tie to your lamp?
I mean,
You don't have an
certain
emotional tie?
objects, maybe like my favorite guitar,
He's gonna follow you.
but not appliances.
Land Before Time is 90% family friendly and 10% the saddest movie of all time. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say that it definitely has those moments. Same with Lion King. Half of the Disney movies like
Mhm.
come out with some sad part, and you're like, "Oh, that's no big deal. We'll gloss over that." Oh,
Well,
they're
it's funny
animals.
'cause, like kids will not understand stuff the same way adults do. Like the makers
Oh,
of
that's
Toy Story
true.
were talking about the scene in 3 where all the toys are going to get incinerated, and they're like, "This is
Yeah.
tie together," and it's super emotional. But they
Kids
do,
are-
screen tests and focus groups, and the kids don't even care. They're like, "Cool, we're going to get to see them burn."
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, that Toy Story 3 scene is pretty messed up. All right. Well, should we sign off?
Yeah, let's do that. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thanks
Bye,
everybody for
y'all.
joining in, and as always, thanks for hopping in the chat.
Yeah.
Love chatting with everybody. Next time, we're going to be able to highlight your chats. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
That's gonna be
Ooh,
sweet.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
Tease me a little more, Daddy.
Whoa.
I don't like it when John says it.
Hopefully,
Or- Maybe I like it a lot. I don't know.
So aggressive.
You love how much you hate it.
Tease me more, Daddy.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Batman?
Let's just close it out, Matt.
well, I mean, hopefully everybody could tell the difference in our streaming. Pixel, we're not completely pixelated because that was a big thing why we switched, and I think some of this stuff will become more user friendly next time. So we're excited about all of that, and yeah, thanks again for jumping on. And we have these little hiccups. The blind rankings was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
I like the video that Kelly made. Is really cool.
Yeah. Very good.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Please like and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also follow us on your favorite social media platforms for clips, updates, and opportunities to vote on a movie you watch. Bicycle.
I-
Bye.